everyone! For anybody who is relatively new to this channel and doesn't know, I sing with a women's barbershop chorus called More Harmony, and it's one of the most important things in my life. Just you know why you and I will by and by, yes, we'll know true love ways. A couple of nights ago, we took part in a local music festival. The last time we did that music festival was 2020, just before lockdown, and on that occasion we were 1 point away from a distinction in the category we entered. Literally forgot the word entered there, that was awkward. This time we were runners-up in both of the categories we entered, and we got not 1 but 2 distinctions. We're pretty pleased with our progress, particularly because, as far as I'm aware, we were only a couple of points away from the winners. Now, the winners sounded absolutely incredible. Their harmonies were phenomenal. They had such tight vocals. It was really amazing to listen to. You see, there's this habit with traditional barbershop choruses to engage in very polished, very unified, and very old-fashioned choreography. And whilst it looks really well rehearsed when you have an entire group of people all doing the exact same move at the exact same time, I personally, this is just my view, find it really insincere. You can be impressed that everybody is turning the same way at the same time, but unless it reaches their eyes, it kind of leaves me cold. And I will walk to you and give my heart to you. Vocally, you can sound as absolutely fantastic as you like, but for me, if your movements are that cliched, even if, like I said, they are completely in unison and perfectly polished, if they don't have that sense of sincerity, then for me, there is no connection between the movement someone's making and the song they're singing, and that's pretty important. Being someone who sings in a barbershop chorus, I have seen a lot of them perform over the years, and the best ones are the ones who manage to fuse the visuals with the vocals perfectly. They're the ones who either take that very traditional choreography and make it seem more fresh by having just one group of the chorus do it at the same time, or having random people do different bits at different moments of the song rather than everybody in perfect unison. The ones that I have always loved the most have been the ones that have made it look completely natural and not remotely stiff and over-rehearsed. Because that's basically my main pet peeve with this very traditional type of movement that some barbershop choruses like to do. It looks like you have practiced it. You are very drilled, you are very rehearsed, but it doesn't look like a natural response to the music at all. This is the part of the song where we sway for no reason. And like I said before, if you are like that, it is just going to take me out of the moment completely, and I can only fully enjoy that performance if I've got my eyes shut. It doesn't matter if your vocals are 10 out of 10. If you are being very cliche or stiff in the way that you are performing, I'm gonna remember that and not how beautiful your harmonies were. With that in mind, and not just thinking about barbershop because that's pretty niche, I have been thinking about what, in my view, not generally speaking, because Everyone's going to have different opinions. But what, in my view, makes for a good performance? And I've managed to whittle it down to just 2 things. And when I say 2 things, I mean 2 things outside of just the musical technicalities. I mean outside of, are all the words in the right order and all the notes in the right order? I'm talking about the complete package if you are looking at a performance on a visual level as well as a musical level. And what are those 2 main things? Well, I'm glad you asked, people of YouTube, because I'm going to tell you. Make me believe you. Music is one of the biggest things in my whole life. I love music. I have seen an awful lot of choirs and bands and singers live over the years because it's something that I get a huge amount of joy out of. And the performances I've always enjoyed the most have been those moments where I truly, truly believe that the person or the people singing a song mean every single word they're singing. Whether it's someone singing a sad ballad and just having a face that looks kind of heartbroken, or an inflection in their voice that makes you think, oh, they're feeling hurt right now, or whether it's somebody singing an angry song and the tone of their voice is hard and they're pacing around the stage and you're thinking, yeah, they've got some pent up feelings they're letting out right now. I need to believe that you're not just going through the motions. I mean, take a really well-known song like Someone Like You by Adele. Imagine if Adele went on stage and performed Someone Like You, like, never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. One of the most amazing things about music, one of the reasons it means so much to me, is because you can apply it to your own life and your own experiences. You can hear a song that reminds you of a special time, or you can hear a song and really relate to the lyrics that are being sung. And if you see someone perform it and it doesn't touch those memories, it doesn't make you feel anything, what's the point? Sure, sometimes you just want to have music on in the background, and that's absolutely fine. But if I am going to see someone perform on stage, I want to believe what they're telling me, because songs are stories at the end of the day. And whether it's a happy story that they're telling or a really, really tragically sad one, I want them to perform it in a way that makes me believe them. But what's the other main thing that makes me either really enjoy a performance or, not? Let me know that you are enjoying yourself, because if you're not having fun up there, I'm not having fun in the audience. One of the best compliments that More Harmony get when we do a sing out somewhere, and this happens almost every time we do a sing out somewhere, is that people will say to us, oh my goodness, you look like you were having so much fun up there on the stage. I just wanted to get up with you and start joining in. And the reason that the audience feels like that is because we are having fun. And that's what I want when I'm A, singing with the chorus. I want to be having a nice time. But B, when I'm watching, whether it's a band or a singer or another chorus, I want to believe that they are having a good time up there, even if they're singing a sad song. Now, obviously on the biggest level, it's easier to achieve this in some ways. For example, I've been to see Take That several times, and they have, elaborate stage design and pyrotechnics, and they have dance routines to a lot of their songs, and it just creates a party atmosphere. The same thing is true of when I went to see the Spice Girls on their reunion tour in, I think, 2019. They had a big walkway into the crowd, they had loads of dancers, everybody was whooping and cheering. It created a sense of fun, not just on stage, but in the audience. But fun does not have to mean coordinated dance moves or pyrotechnics or big elaborate stage design. I went to see Blur, and Damon was bouncing around on the stage, running along the front row and handing his microphone out to the people to sing a few lines. He looked like he was loving every second of being on stage and doing this gig, and it was infectious. It meant that everybody on the front row and beyond was going, wow, yeah, he's having a great time, I'm having a great time. And not only is looking like you're having fun on stage more enjoyable for the audience watching you, but it's also better for you as a singer. If you are enjoying yourself and you're relaxed and you're just moving freely on the stage, your body's not going to tense up, which means your vocals aren't going to go all tight and tense. And like I said earlier, none of this means you can never do a sad song again. It just means that when you are singing a slow, sad song, look like you're loving being on stage singing that slow, sad song. It certainly doesn't mean you have to be doing jazz hands every moment of every performance, because sometimes those moves will just look weird. I can't believe you left me. I'm so sad I'll probably die. And like I said earlier, obviously the musical side of things has to be right too. And if you're just pouring everything you've got into making a visual spectacle on stage, but your vocals are all out of tune and everyone's coming in at the wrong time, that's going to be a problem. But for me, when I really sat down and started thinking, okay, why did this particular performance leave me really cold? I started wondering what makes a performance really reel me in. And for me personally, it is those two things. I want to believe what you're selling me, and I want to see that you're enjoying being up there. But enough about me. What about you? What do you think makes a good performance? Is it just all about the music and you don't care what people look like when they're up there? Because this may just be a very me thing. Let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested in what everyone's thoughts are on this. I am going to go and practice for chorus because we are starting 2 new songs this week, so I want to get them right vocally so that then I can worry about the performance. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You can click on my floaty head if you would like to subscribe, and last week's video is over there. I'll talk to you all next week. Take care everyone. Bye!